Valentine.
Okay, so let me tell y'all a story time of what happened over this Valentine's Day weekend. Okay, I put a video up here. A man surprised me at my job. Y'all seen the flowers, the bottle of Cooper's Hawk wine, like y'all seen it, right? Boom. I work in a department full of women. So I passed the flowers out to, women in my department. I don't know how they celebrated in private with their husbands or spouses or whatever of my coworkers were single, but nobody else had anybody else come up to the job, like whatever. I just did it, to be nice to my girls, right? Boom. So I'm on the phone later, and the guy who was like asking me, like, did you like the flowers? Did you like the wine? I'm like, yeah, thank you. It was so wonderful. And I told him that I passed the flowers out to the ladies in my department just to do something, nice for them. And he completely chewed into me, literally chewed into me. And, I'm listening to him. He was like, did you even keep one flower for yourself? And I'm like, no, I did not. And I passed them out to the other ladies so they can feel special also on Valentine's Day. He just ripped into me. And I made sure I acknowledge his feelings. I understand why you would be upset, because you got me the flowers, whatever. So I'm sorry that it made you upset. We kind of talked about it and then we moved on. So then we went to dinner for Valentine's Day. This clown gonna bring it up again while we are on a date. And I'm like, and he's just ripping into me. He was like, he feels dumb for giving me the flowers. I didn't even save one for myself. And it was just a waste of time. And I'm like, I got something for your ass. I said, listen, I appreciate everything you do for me. You took me out tonight. You surprised me at work. Thank you. I said, when you gave me the flowers, that made them mine. To where I can do whatever I want to do with the flowers because they are mine. You feel me? I said, if you wanted to still have a hold or a possession over the flowers because you bought them, you could have kept them yourself. I said, I told you it came from a genuine place. I wanted the other ladies in my department to feel special on Valentine's Day, just like you made me feel special. The fact that it came from the bottom of my heart and I was trying to do something nice, and we had already talked about this and put this to bed, and then he gonna bring it up again while we on a date. Negro, please. When I tell y'all I'll let this man have it, and mind you, we're in public, but I can't allow you to waste my time and try to rip into me again in public. And I said, I tell you what, I'm gonna buy you a bouquet of flowers, and I'm gonna let you do whatever you want to do with them as a man. Whatever you throw them away, maybe you'll get some flowers to your mama, your sister, your niece, whatever you want to do with them. And I'm going to praise you from the rooftops for doing whatever you want to do with the flowers because they are yours to do something with. Tell me what y'all think. I'm going to choose to respond to this nice comment here. Thank you all for the participation in my video. I get you have a big heart to give, but I also get why he was upset. He probably spent his last money on you. All right. I'm going to go ahead and make a follow-up video because I can already see where this is going to go. A lot of y'all think that I was wrong for passing out the flowers that a man gave me for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to tell y'all the angle where I was coming from just for better context. And not that I need any of y'all to be on my side, but, just follow up. Situations will happen. Mind you, I am on the dating scene. I am dating with the intention of being married. I'm allowing men to court me. We court each other, blah, blah, blah. Situations like these will happen, right? Simple misunderstandings, simple things, we'll get upset. I'm looking for how you respond in situations like these. That's where he let me down. I understand I may have let him down for giving out the flowers that he gave me. Mind you, I don't know if y'all caught the part where we had already discussed it, right? He surprised me at my job on Friday. We discussed it on Friday. He brought it up again yesterday, which was Saturday, a whole nother day. Why are you bringing up something that we already discussed and brought to bed and put to bed? You feel me? I let you rip into me once on Friday when I told you about it. But then on Saturday, the next day, you're going to rip into me again in public? Oh, no. Regardless of somebody being upset, there's a situation. There's a way how you handle the situation. And to me, he fell flat. He fell flat. I listened to how he felt. I acknowledged his feelings. I apologized. You feel me? To me, that's how you handle situations. So now I know how to conduct myself moving forward with this man and gifts that he gave me. He ripped into me not once, but twice. Do y'all want to be spoken to like that? Like true tea. Talk to me. I want to know. So I was coming more from a place. Let's see how the situation is going to be handled. Can we handle it with love, care, tenderness? Can we handle it with class? This man yelled at me 2 days in a row about some flowers. Flowers. And I appreciate the gift. I thanked him for it. I apologize for giving them away if it made him feel some type of way. But most importantly, why are you bringing up something that we already hashed out? Why? Why are you bringing it up again? Just to give you another opportunity to rip into me. See, this time I ripped into him. Friday, he ripped into me. I let him have it. I acknowledged he was upset. I said sorry. But Saturday, I had to show him. You can't talk to me like that. You can't. You feel me? So I just wanted to give y'all follow-up context. But I do understand a lot of y'all think that I was wrong. Okay, cool. But we should never allow somebody to talk to us crazy. That's what I need for y'all to understand. Just because he gave me the flowers and I gave them away to other women being nice, does that give him the right to talk to me crazy in public? Absolutely the fuck not. I'm going to choose to respond to this nice comment here. Thank you all for the participation in my video. I'm with you, sis. You did a good thing. That was so thoughtful. You make me want to do better for others. Thank you. First off, thank you for your comment. And also, y'all don't know me in real life. I am so thoughtful, so grateful. I will get the shirt off my back. I promise you. I don't have a reason to lie. Me giving the flowers to my coworkers I just thought that was something so nice and so wonderful to do for others. Somebody gifted me with flowers and I want to give somebody else. Let the blessings continue, Lord Jesus. That's where I was coming from. Everybody who has commented on this video, I appreciate y'all comments. I see how y'all view things. You feel me? When it comes to being generous, I believe that a man like him may be generous to the lady he is talking to, but he don't have generosity in his heart and compassion for other people. I'm going to tell you something else that happened when we was out. I'm real big on opening doors. I teach my nephew, you open the door for, whatever lady is around. You open the door for your auntie, but, if there's another woman coming right behind me, you open the door for her, just whatever, open the door. It was a woman approaching. We were already in the place of restaurant. And it was a woman approaching the door. She was by herself. And I said, "Are you going to get the door?" He said, "Mind you, loud in public. Hell no, she wouldn't get it for me." I'm looking at him. And I went ahead and opened the door for the lady. I opened the door for the lady that was coming through the door. And he said, "I would have never did that. She would have never opened the door for me." I said, "You're a man." And there wasn't a man with her. You feel me? That's just me all day long. Me personally, I'm opening the door for men, women. If somebody's coming behind me, I'm going to hold the door for you. That's just me. That's just me. I'm going to see whatever I can do for somebody else. I have been blessed to the core in this little bitty life that we have. And I'll be damned if I am with someone who treats other people not nice. There's a lot more to this man and to this story, but I was just telling y'all strictly what happened, on Valentine's Day. But I was just like mad confused. If he didn't want to open the door for the lady, okay, you don't have to. But why was your reaction so poor? Why? All right, and another thing. I've been reading y'all comments, so clearly y'all all think that I was wrong for passing out the flowers to my coworkers. Cool. Y'all think I was wrong? I'm going to just let it be that. But I'm going to remind y'all again that I am dating with the full intention of being married. So it's up to me and me only to recognize the red flags, the green flags, the situations like, it's not that bad, but it could get worse in the future. Yeah, that was one of these situations. That's what this was for me. You feel me? Even if y'all thought I was wrong for giving out the flowers, he thought I was wrong for giving out the flowers. Do y'all honestly think that I deserve to be yelled at and humiliated 2 days in a row, twice? Is flowers worth that to y'all? The comment section confused me. You feel me? Y'all called me like inconsiderate, unappreciative, ungrateful, all these things that I don't agree with. But I'm gonna remind y'all again, when you give a gift, it's no longer yours. You gave it to that person. He gave the flowers to me, and it was up to me to do whatever I want to do with it, and I passed the blessing along to other people. I don't know what about that don't y'all get. Y'all validated his feelings several times in the comments. I validated his feelings to him on Friday, but yet he still yelled and humiliated me at the restaurant when we was on our date. So therefore, validating his feelings didn't mean anything to him. He wanted to act an ass, and that's exactly what he did. Not once, not twice. And I'm going to tell you something that I regret in the whole situation. And it's not giving out the flowers, because I'll do it again. One thing I regret was not checking his ass when he yelled at me the first time. That was my fault. But in that moment, I did what y'all wanted me to do, validate his feelings, said sorry. After he acted ass the first time, I should have checked him, because I didn't check him for raising his voice at me and cursing at me and acting a fool. The only thing I did was give him permission to go ahead and do it again. That was my regret. I don't regret giving out the flowers, boo. I regret not checking you when you was rude and nasty and yelled at me. That's what I regret. So, I don't know what's going on in y'all relationships to where y'all think being yelled at over flowers is okay. I don't think I was ungrateful, inconsiderate, unappreciative. I don't think I was none of those things. I don't agree with y'all. Y'all don't agree with me. We're going to lay this to bed, and we're going to move on. All y'all keep saying, like, what if he re-gifted something you gave to him? Or how would that make me feel? Honey, I would not give a damn. Like, I got 13 nieces and nephews who I will buy Christmas gifts for. I go over to their house, and the Christmas gifts I'm giving is rolling around on the floor. Like, I don't care. At the end of the day, I would never yell at my nieces and nephews for not using or appreciating a gift I gave them. It's theirs. They will use it when they will use it when they're ready, or they won't use it at all. Like, I know y'all thought y'all ate. I know y'all thought y'all did something. It was like, ooh, how would you feel if, you gave him something, he turned around and gave it to his cousin? Like, I know what y'all want me to say. Like, ooh, I would be so mad if something I gave him, he gave it to somebody. I would be so mad. Honey, I'm telling you, I wouldn't give I wouldn't care. You feel me? I don't. I did something nice from the bottom of my heart. There is nobody in this world that could ever make me feel bad about it. And it's weird that y'all are trying to make me feel bad about it. But it's cool, because I want y'all to know that I don't feel bad about it. Okay, so I just uploaded part 2 of my Valentine's Day story time. And this is just a little more follow-up context before I decided to block him. But I have known this man in the past, right? We never talked. We just knew of each other. And he was always just a rude and nasty, mean person. So, you know me, I move right around him. So here we are, about maybe 5-6 years later. I've grown up. Mind you, he's 12 years older than me. I like older men. So I was like 26 at the time. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Literally, I was 26 at the time. And if he's 12 years older than me, that means he was well into his 30s at the time. Okay, so now I'll be 32 next month, which lets y'all know he'll be well into his 40s this time around. So how we started talking again, like he begged me for a second chance. And mind you, we didn't talk in the past. That's just the demeanor that I seen him have in passing. So and I brought that up. I'm like, yeah, you was mad rude, mad nasty every day, all the time, anytime I saw you. Of course, he was like, that was years ago. Give me an opportunity to show that I changed. I'm like, all right, okay, cool. whatever. So as we began to like date and hang out and like talk on the phone and just go on dates and stuff, I quickly realized that not only didn't he change, he actually got worse in a lot of different ways. And he was manipulative. Like anytime something would happen, I be keeping in mind the things y'all say and the things I hear from, married people and people that's dating. And I'd be like, okay, just communicate it. This person may not know they're doing it. Even if they know they're doing it, they may not know that it's a trigger for you or it upsets you. Nobody knows your triggers but you. So anytime anything would happen, I would call it out immediately. I'm not waiting unless we're in public. I will always like speak on it like privately, whatever. But it will be spoken on that day that it happened. And he just never took accountability. And I'm like, yeah, we communicate different. Like our levels of respect for each other is different. Like, I don't know what type of girls you used to. I am not that 26-year-old girl that you knew in the past, boo. I'm not her. And it's best that you start acting accordingly. And he'll always be like, give me a chance. I've changed. I'm like, okay, I appreciate your apology. He would do something. I would speak on it. He would apologize, but then he'll turn around and do it again as if the apology and the conversation never happened. And I strongly believe that an apology without changed behavior is simple manipulation. He sent me a message. It was like, honestly, I don't feel like I've ever disrespected you. And that's when I blocked him, because the accountability wasn't there. And something told me, something inside of me told me that the accountability will never be there. So I just blocked him after the restaurant situation, because I'm like, boy, you gotta go. It surprised me at my job. Y'all seen the flowers, the bottle of Cooper's Hawk wine, like y'all seen it, right? Boom. I work in a department full of women, so I passed the flowers out to, women in my department.
So a dude surprised her at her job with flowers and wine, and she decided she was going to hand out flowers to women at her job, and she's shocked that the dude was upset. Of course he would be upset. If I give you a gift, especially something like flowers, it's not for you to just give that shit out to everyone else. Like, if it's a cake, if it's cupcakes, if it's something that's intended to be shared that I don't expect you to eat all of it, something like that, that makes sense. But the flowers were for you, not your coworkers. Someone made a good point in their comment. They said that if you wanted to do something nice for your coworkers, you should have bought them flowers. You should have bought them a gift, which is true. But what it was is she's cheap. She didn't want to do that. So she wanted to stunt by using his flowers to do something nice for her coworkers. That's why he was upset about her. Then she tried to do some reverse psychology bullshit because I guess they went out to dinner and he was still upset about it. And she said that because you gave me the flowers, you don't own them anymore, so I'm allowed to do whatever I want to with them because you gave them to me, so they're mine. That's not the fucking point. It's not the point of who owns the flowers. It's the fact that if I gave you something and you fucking immediately decided you want to divvy that shit out to everyone else when it was for you, shows a lack of respect, and you really don't care about that dude. And somebody else said the same thing. He shouldn't have even went out to dinner with her. Honestly, I wouldn't have either. Because it's not the point that you gave out the flowers. Number one, you should have asked them, hey, I want to give these flowers out to my coworkers. Is that cool? Again, it shows a sign of respect. Two, the fact that he told you twice it upset him and you kind of just passed it off. Again, that shows you don't respect them or don't even fucking like him. And trying to do this reverse psychology bullshit to show that he's in the wrong. Again, it shows a lack of respect. And the weird thing is, why would you pass them on to your coworkers? Like, I've had coworkers in the past I'm cool with. Like, outside of, like, cake or cookies, things like that, which are big that you can't eat all yourself, you want to share, that's fine. But a personal gift that you share with someone else, that's really fucking weird, especially your coworkers. If he's your best friend, I get it. But just divvying out that shit to coworkers, that shows, again, that you, number one, you don't respect him, and number two, you're trying to flex around other people. Oh, look what I got. So, I'm not surprised the shit didn't work out, because, again, you're fucking selfish, and you're inconsiderate.
I got flowers for somebody she's dating for Valentine's Day. She gave all the flowers away at her job, okay? The man got mad at her because, he bought her them flowers. She gave them away. And she's like, well, once you gave them to me, they're mine, and I can do whatever I want with them. And when I first seen the video, I got it from her point. Like, okay, he gave her these flowers. It's women in her, whatever. She want to make them happy, too. She gave the flowers away. I didn't think nothing of it. And I seen this man's video, and he basically was like, if you baked a man cookies and he gave all the cookies away at his office, and you went and asked him like, oh, how'd you like the cookies? And he said he gave them away, you wouldn't like that. So why would you think it's okay to give his flowers away? And I'm like, like, you know, that's not really the same thing. You know, if I bake you cookies, something that you have to actually eat, you know, that's not really the same thing. Like, unless you just don't like cookies. Personally, I don't really see the point in flowers. My grandma always liked flowers. My mom likes flowers. And I don't really see the point. They're going to die. I mean, I don't see the point. So, I mean, it's not like she was going to have the flowers forever anyway. She can't eat the flowers. She can't wear the flowers. Like, I don't know. But then I seen this man's video, and he was like, she only gave the flowers away because she don't really like him like that. I was like, So he was like, if you give a woman something and she likes you, she'll keep it forever. He said a Chewbacca mask or something like that. Like, if a woman likes you, she'll keep it forever because it's sentimental to her because she likes you, or whatever the case is. And I'm like, okay, like, he might actually be right. Maybe she actually was wrong for giving the flowers away, because that, that's true.
It's not that often that we women do anything wrong, because we hardly ever do anything wrong. So this may come off as a shock, but Miss Lady, you are dead wrong for passing out them flowers to your single coworkers. I don't know what you thought you was trying to do, but all you told that man was, don't ever buy me anything ever again. And he kept bringing it up because he was hurt. He felt stupid. He felt dumb. He felt like he wasted his time. Like, I bought something for you, and you gonna give it to your homegirls and then tell me you gave it away? Why did I go out and buy you anything if you just gonna give it away? Imagine you buy your man something, and the same day he give it away to one of his friends or cousins or something, and he be like, yeah, babe, I just gave it away to so and so. How are you gonna feel? That's what he felt.
Have y'all seen the Valentine's Day story time of the girl whose date got mad at her for giving her Valentine's Day flowers away that he had sent to her job? And everybody in the comments saying she was wrong. I don't think she was wrong. So here's the girl's page right here. But so a dude she was dating had flowers sent to her job for Valentine's Day. She said she works in a department full of women, and she was the only one that got flowers. So she passed all the flowers out to, her coworkers. Then later on that day, he asked her if she liked the flowers. She said yeah, but she told him what he did. And he asked her if she saved any for herself. She said no. He got mad at her. Like, he was real mad about her giving away the flowers and not saving any for herself. A lot of people in the comments said that she was wrong too, like agreed with him and saying she was wrong. I don't think she was wrong. I think it was very thoughtful, especially since she said she was the only person that got flowers. So it went from I got flowers to we all got flowers. And it's surprising to me that I said she's not wrong, because a lot of people think I'm mean and evil anyway. But in this situation, I thought it was very thoughtful of her to do that, especially for coworkers. Like, I don't give a fuck about coworkers. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, have y'all seen the video, and what do y'all think? Or go to her page and watch the video and then come back and tell me what you think.
Let me start by saying it's not the Men Haters Club. I loves me a man, I wants me a man, I desires me a man. There's a story on here about a woman. She got flowers from a man. He brought them to her job. She passed them out to the women at her job because she wanted them to feel appreciated. She hadn't seen anybody bring their people flowers, so she thought it was a nice thing to give out flowers to them. My hot take is coming soon. He was irate, chewed her out 2 days in a row. Me personally, I didn't see a woman who was ungrateful. I saw a woman who lacked boundaries. I saw a woman who would empty her cup and not take anything for her to serve other people. That's where the problem lies. And I think this is a hard concept for men, because your average man, again, this is not the Men Haters Club, your average man is not going to receive something and not take something for him. I'm saying the average, so not all. If he gets something in his cup, he gonna take a sip of it. Then he'll probably give some out. A lot of women, I'm not even gonna say average women, I'm gonna say a lot of women will receive something and disperse it first to everybody. And then if it's something left over, she'll take it. We see it all the time with women who are mothers. They just give, and they got nothing to give themselves. Now, again, this man's feelings are valid, but I would look at it as lack boundaries. I'm going to actually get you some more flowers. I know this sounds crazy. These are for you, and you bet not give them to nobody else because you deserve flowers. I am so grateful that you took what you had and gave to somebody else, but these are for you. This is to express my love for you. I want you to have nice things and go about your day. Next thing, you get to be upset with somebody, but it's all about what you do with those feelings afterwards. When you get to a place that you upset with somebody and then you start to disrespect them, that's a problem. We talk all the time about how women are emotional, but I just don't understand how we just don't see a problem with how men act when they get frustrated. It's not okay for me to cry and be upset and be emotional, but it's okay for you to be angry and holler and punch stuff and put holes in stuff, but that's being manly and you just expressing yourself. Absolutely not.
There are so many things wrong with this conversation. First of all, this woman keeps putting it on the fact that it's flowers. You mad over flowers? You mad over flowers? That's how I know you don't get it. There's multiple things wrong with this story. First of all, the fact that you pass the flowers out that someone has given to you lets me know that you don't feel good enough about yourself or love yourself to feel that you deserve anything because you're quick to give it out. That's one. Two, even though you acknowledge his feelings, once you offend somebody, you cannot tell them how they should respond. You can't give a person on time limit, like a time limit on how they can feel. That was a day ago. You still on that? That's another one. And the woman, for the other woman to say that men will take a sip of their cup and if they have enough, they'll give them up. That's called self-preservation. Yes. A lot of times when situations are going on or I'm trying to help somebody or do something for somebody or want to do something for somebody, my husband will step in and say, wait a minute, hold up, because you're going to exert yourself and you ain't going to have nothing left. And then you're going to be upset and then you're going to be overwhelmed and you already have stuff on your plate. That sounds like a man with logic to me. Keep me in check real quick. And then I weigh the pros and cons. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be mad as hell. And then a lot of times the person ain't going to care anyway. You think them coworkers that she passed out the flowers to, 9 times out of 10 by the end of the year, she done probably going to get into it with 2 or 3 with them. Y'all know how work politics goes. That's another thing. 2, yes, she's single and she gonna stay single because she continuously tries to believe that what she did was a good thing. Again, if she really wanted to give them women flowers, she should have bought them herself. That's so weird in my opinion, to just give somebody else something that they've given to you. It was for you. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, but what I do with it afterwards is none of your concern. Don't give her nothing. She don't deserve shit. For a person to think like that, at least keep it for a day or two. I don't understand. Well, you can't really do that with flowers, and then you turn around and tell them like it was just amazing. Look what I did. Pat on the back. I'm a humanitarian. To me, that's an insecurity. You give yourself too much to where you don't have anything left. And another woman said that all women do that. If y'all doing that, y'all got to stop. Giving somebody something to where you have nothing left is the reason why a lot of you women on here who I post about all the time, who are part of that sisterhood, is bitter today. Because y'all give everything and don't have anything left. And when it's not reciprocated the way you wanted to, now you're salty. I have situations of friendships that I am bitter about because I gave all to those friendships, hyenas and relatives, all to those relationships and never got anything back. It creates a bitterness. It creates a resentment because it's like, damn, I wasted my time. The stuff the things that you pour into other people that is not reciprocated and not equally received and distributed the right way, you could have invested in yourself. And it does make you become bitter towards certain things like that. So yes, I was very much bitter towards half of these hyenas and 304s that I helped out on the streets. Okay? So I get it, but that's why you stop. If you don't give the person the opportunity, they can't do it. Now, as for that man who got upset with her or whatever, we only know her side of the story. We only know her side of the story. And the fact that she felt like she needed to come on here and have this discussion tells me all I need to know about her in a nutshell anyway. She gonna be alone, and she gonna stay alone, because ain't nobody gonna want to be around somebody that they have to continuously give to and they pour into somebody else. That ain't how that work. With them same roses that you passed out to everybody with that energy, you could have passed one back to him and say, you keep it for yourself. Something, since you like passing out flowers. But instead, you berate them, you talk about them, you say now it's a smear campaign on this man's name. Mind you, don't nobody know who this man is. You got a full-fledged story on why you didn't like him in the first place. Why even take the date? And this how I know you never even liked that man. You was just wasting his time too when you took it. Because it was just like, oh, we'll try it. We'll see how it is. Women who for real really like men, you see women on here all the time. They will give it away for free. Okay. But women who really like that man, they're not going to pass the roses out to other people. They're going to want to keep it for themselves for a keepsake, because that's a memory of that man. She didn't like the man no way. And instead of her just being honest about it, she come up here and play victim. You wasted that man's time, and you wasted your time, and you need to go seek therapy. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
We in a no hyena zone. Anti-hyena zone.